Welcome to the Macedonians. We're going to take a look at the Macedonian dynasty, the new variants of the Byzantines coming in the Dynasties of the East expansion. We're going to dive into the different screenshots that they supplied us with, and we're going to take a look at the descriptions and what it sounds like the civ is going to play like. So, Macedonian dynasty. They're available with the Dynasties of the East expansion, starting with Basil the first in 867. Warriors known as Varangians filled the ranks Byzantine armies as mercenaries. Concerned of revolts from within, his son Basil II recognized the unwavering loyalty of Varangians and formed the first imperial guard around 988, raising the dynasty to its greatest heights before his death in 1025. Macedonian dynasty reinforces their front lines with expanded roster of fearsome Varangian warriors from the north. So these are probably the closest thing we'll get to Vikings. Raid's victorious runestones replace fallen warriors at the war camp and improve weapons and armor, spending silver at the arsenal. So what does this mean? It means that there's something about runestones. It means that we can replace fallen warriors at a war camp, maybe with a resource or like a ticket system, and that weapons and armor, so upgrades, are improved, or maybe you can only get upgrades by spending silver at the unique arsenal. Command large armies of tenacious warriors to protect the emperor and carve out your own history. Okay, let's take a look. So playing as the Macedonian dynasty, villagers discover abundant silver deposits as they mine gold and stone. This fifth resource can be used for researching unique technologies at the new Varangian arsenal. So that's true. Know now that this unique Varangian arsenal is for upgrades, and that you get silver from gold and stone. With arms and armor paid with silver, the mighty Varangian warriors step forth onto the battlefield from their fortified strongholds. Okay, so there's a unique building or something. As losses from combat begin to pile up, construct the Varangian war camp and receive free reinforcements of Varangians from distant lands. So, there is this ticket system, it seems like, where new Varangians spawn when you take fights. And this is incredible, because usually in RTS games, you take a bad fight, you're dead. But if you take a bad fight and you lose a lot, you might still be able to come back with this mechanic. I'm very, very excited about that. Command 3 new Varangian units and leverage their unique berserk abilities, carve legendary runestones to celebrate past victories in battle, inspiring them to fight harder while protecting the empire. So this is maybe a little bit like the Daimyo bannermen dropping their banner. We got a bunch of new units. We're going to take a look at them. So we've got the, okay, I don't know Icelandic, but Atgirmatter or something. Light melee Varangian infantry. So this is basically a spearman, I think, that become more tenacious when fighting alongside Varangian units with their passive berserk ability. So they have a passive. They look like this. Let's see. This is a cool unit. It looks like the Valheim Edgear. Very nice. And the unique models are really cool. So this is their spearman, I think. But it might not replace the spearman. It might just be the Varangian one. Light melee Varangian infantry. So we have 3 Varangian units. Then we have the Bowmatte, which looks like a bowman. And it has an ability that penetrates armor weak points. So this must be an activated ability. They look like this. So, really cool models. I really love this. Nice, well done models. Looks like a normal bow. I'm not sure if it will replace the archer, but it will have an ability to act maybe like a crossbow with an activated ability. So we have activated abilities like that for archers. For example, longbows in H4, they have an activated ability that makes them fire faster. So this might be similar. Then we have the Ritari, heavy melee Varangian cavalry capable of throwing axes from afar, causing devastating damage before engaging in close quarters. So this, I assume, will be a little bit like playing with the Earl's Guard, but they're on horses. So Earl's Guard throw their knives, and then they go into battle. Or their daggers, I should say. The Ritari seems to be doing the same thing. They throw their axe, and then they go into battle and fight. That's really cool. I like that. It's if it's gonna be the same cooldown as Earl's Guard, that 15 seconds, this will be extremely strong because you can just kite and move back with your increased mobility from having cavalry. This is also a heavy cav unit, and it looks like the sofa model. Very nice. I really appreciate these models. They've done a great job with this. The rune stones. Okay, let's take a look. How do they look? They look like rocks. They look like rocks painted with something black. We have the spearman here, and we have the bowman. Now, what did they do? Commemorate voyages to the east and past victories in battle by carving runestones with any Varangian unit when enough enemies have suffered their blades. So we have a kill count, perhaps, that we have to achieve. And then these runestones will give a bonus. Is that what it says? Doesn't really say it. Inspiring them to fight harder while protecting the Empire. Yeah, it says inspire. So this must be an ability or passive or something that you get from killing a lot with these units. And then they get stronger. Then we have the Rompaya swords technology. Known to adapt to local weaponry, Varangian guards and Ritari can equip Rompaya to meet the needs of war. That's a cool sword. It looks like a katana facing backwards. Clearly, the sharp edge is the curved one. So the Ritari and the Varangian gods, so they have normal men-at-arms as well, or Varangian gods, I should say, that the Byzantines have, all get access to this cool new sword here. So I wonder how that sword upgrade affects. And all of these upgrades, how are they going to affect in general? Seems the Rompaya comes from the Varangian arsenal. So the arsenal is built besides a gold vein here. Maybe there's something there. The Macedonian dynasty through the ages. H1. The Macedonian dynasty discovers abundant deposits of silver at gold veins and stone outcroppings, and the villagers set the stage for refinement at mining camps, creating silver deposits that can be accessed for the rest of the game. Silver is a unique resource used to research special technologies across the civilization. Okay, so we now know that we get silver from deposits by setting up mining camps, and that we get these unique upgrades from the arsenal in H2. And then it seems in H1 we get access to Varangian strongholds. And the Varangian strongholds look like this. This is a really cool model. I really like this. So that's replacing the barrack, and it's capable of defending the area. So it seems it has a defensive attack. That must be the tower here. And fielding all types of Varangian units as you advance through the ages, including the early Varangian guard. So in H1, you can build this stronghold, you can make Varangian guards, early Varangian guards, and probably use them to like Dark Age Rush and stuff. And then it continues to scale throughout the game, kind of like the mercenary camps do, where you now in the second age unlock maybe the bowman and the spearman, and in the third age is probably going to be Ritari. And that's similar to the mercenary camps where you get maybe Jaff and then camel riders, and then you go into elephants, right? So this is really cool. Very much looking forward to playing with this civ. In H2, construct the Varangian arsenal next to mining camps to begin generating passive silver. Arsenal technologies combine both blacksmith and university upgrades into one and are capable of exceeding the military power of other civilizations in each age. So you basically have one building called the arsenal for blacksmith and uni upgrades, and they're combined, and they cost silver, which you generate passively. This sounds like a civ that has extreme tempo potential, and that you can really play around tech advantages by just gathering a lot of gold. So you probably want to build very gold-heavy units whenever possible, gather as much gold as possible, and if these arsenal work a bit like Ovus as well, and they generate this silver passively, as it says, maybe we don't even need to play gold heavy, but we just need to set up mining camps everywhere with arsenals. There must be a limit to it as well. But this is super cool. And maybe it's going to be overpowered. It sounds very strong. Blacksmith and University upgrades early are always insane. Think about Royal Bloodlines in Age 3 with the Institute, right? For French and JD. That's an incredible upgrade to get. And if you do manage to have like 30 knights with Bloodlines, I mean, they're nearing unkillable. We always think of University upgrades as being another age, right? You want to go Age 5, you get Uni upgrades. And that's basically what this sounds like it's maybe going to be. So long feudals, long castles might be incredible for playing Macedonia. Prepare your northern reinforcements by finding a suitable locations for the Varangian war camp to avenge any units lost in battle. If the camp is placed near to water, ships may also be selected as reinforcements. So you can also play with ships in the civilizations through the strongholds. So we have maybe unique ships. Wow, wow, wow. That is incredible. New potential water civ. I mean, we always talk about the best water civs. But this might be incredible for hybrid. Because you will be fighting on hybrid, and then you spawn ships. Think about playing on Canal. It's currently in the map pool. And now you spawn a ship. Maybe an archer ship or something. Or a unique ship. To fight at the Canal. So you could do your spear rush, set up your Varangian war camp, and then you build your ships. My god, I'm already cooking. So cool. Byzantine Tower, House, Stronghold, Shipwreck over here. Some unique units. These look like POIs, or some campaign stuff. And then this arsenal that acts like an OVU because it's generating silver. You can see the silver on the mining camp. So it must be accrued in the mining camp. Wow. Let's go to H3. From the castle age, the Varangian Ritari can be produced from the Varangian stronghold or stable. So you can make it with the stronghold and stable. And on the Varangian war campus, all reinforcements are available to be chosen to fit the Empire's needs. So we know the Ritari is an H3 unit. So this is the new war camp. H3 war camp. So we have stronghold, war camp, and arsenal. That's a lot of new buildings. Bowman, the spearmen, and the Ritari. Very cool. H4. Advance to the Imperial Age and spend silver at the Palatine School to train cataphracts in bulk. Or choose the Foreign Engineering Company and use silver to hire mercenary siege engines. So, instead of using oil at the Foreign Engineering Company, you use silver. And at the Palatine School, instead of just making units from your normal production buildings, like you do with BIS normally, you now are able to train units with the silver you have. So instead of just only using silver and upgrades, you can use it on your H4 landmarks for either siege or strong cavalry. Sounds very good. I'm not gonna lie. Research Roman fire at the siege workshop, granting springles a fiery bolt that explodes on impact. Is this a mangonel springald now? The grenade launcher? Causing devastating area effect damage over time? Incredible. Yeah, this looks great. See the farms in the back. They don't have olive groves. No olive groves in the back. We can see the Palatine School over here. We have the Golden Horn Tower with these shields on it. Is that normal? It's not, right? So Golden Horn Tower maybe also be reworked. So they might have reworked all the landmarks. That's really cool. Then there's a dock down there, but it looks like a weird dock. You seen this? Is that a normal dock? That's a unique dock, right? Or is that the stronghold when it's close to water? Unsure. Of course, the wonder here in the middle and strongholds here. Idlevilles. Devs, get it together when you take screenshots. And the units here in the front, let's take a look. Oh. Varangian Guard, the normal ones. With no unique upgrades, apparently. Crossbows, Bowmen, Cataphracts, Ritari, H4 with the golden helmets. H4 Cataphracts. And H4 Edge Spearmen. Incredible. Crossbows don't look like they've been upgraded. I might be wrong though. Wow. That's incredible. I'm really looking forward to playing the Macedonian Dynasty. Let me know what you guys think about these screenshots and all this new info on the DLC. Are you excited? Or are you a little bit pessimistic like many people are on the forums? Let me hear it in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.